Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be a daily tarot snapshot reading. So it's a one-card pull focusing on the energy surrounding us on each day of this week. For all of the daily readings this week, I'll be using the Akashic Tarot. Let me hold up the box so you can see. And this deck is by Sharon Klingler and Sandra Taylor. It's a very beautiful deck. Every time I use it, I like to remind everybody that, even though it's called a tarot deck, it's not actually a traditional tarot deck. It doesn't have the same number of cards. It only has 62 cards. And, a lot of the cards, or there have been cards left out, and a lot of the cards have different, quite different meanings. So, as I go through the daily readings, I'll give you sort of the traditional meaning for the card, and then I'll give you the meaning that this Akashic Tarot gives to the card. Oh, another thing. I had somebody email me asking for an Akashic Records reading, and I do not do those. That's not one of the services that I provide. I find the Akashic Records very interesting. I enjoy this Akashic Tarot deck as well, and some of the messages contained in the cards from this tarot deck, but I don't actually do Akashic Records readings. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm sure there are other readers here on YouTube that do offer private Akashic Records readings, but I do not offer those. And another thing, all of the readings that I do on YouTube, they are general in nature, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can do that by downloading, probably the quickest way would be by downloading the Instantgo app on your phone. Then you can search me up on the app, Changing Phases Tarot, and we can connect quite quickly for, it's very good for very, kind of yes-no, quick turnaround readings. If you're interested in a more traditional reading, you can take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find information about the types of readings that I offer as well as pricing. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Okay, I think that's it as far as messages go. So I will stop for now and see you in 1 second for the daily shuffle. Hi again. All right, we are looking for the energy of the day for Thursday, June 28th, 2018. Spirit, one card for the energy of the day. For the surrounding us on Thursday, June 28, 2018. What do we need to know? One card for the energy today, Thursday, June 28. Okay, we'll give the deck one more shuffle. Divide it into 3. Okay, and our card for Thursday is, this is Major Arcana number 11, the Ark of the Covenant. Let me hold this up so you can see. Okay, and position that here. And we'll put this one and this one. There we go. All right. So the Ark of the Covenant, it's number 11 of the Major Arcana, and it does actually kind of tie in with, the Justice card, which is number 11 of the Major Arcana in the traditional tarot. Some of the Major Arcana cards in this deck, they do sort of correlate to the, the traditional tarot, and others do not. This is one of them that does. So, if we think about the Justice card, first of all, the Justice card, it really represents fairness and honesty. It's a card that is a very karmic card as well, right? And sometimes with the Justice card, it's like, we're waiting for some type of karmic justice. If there's somebody who has treated us unfairly, it's like we think, wow, why does nothing ever happen to that person, and they've done this, this, and this to me, and nothing ever seems to happen to them. But, things don't happen in our timing, right? Time is relative. It's a human construct, and there's the universe has its own time for things to happen. There's divine timing for things to happen. And there's a divine order to the universe. So, if there are things that do seem sort of unfair or, out of balance, or, nothing seems to happen to that person. They've treated me unfairly, but they never kind of get what's coming to them, right? If you think that they deserve something to happen to them, this card just really says, well, there's, it's a very karmic card, but there's also a divine order to things happening in the universe. Sometimes the Justice card comes in if you have been dealing with a legal matter. It can have to do with dealing with, lawyers, the court system. If you've been waiting for the outcome of a proceedings, then typically this is a very positive card. It shows that things are going in your favor. It's a card that, if you think of the scales of justice, things finally kind of going in your favor, things going, if they've been kind of stacked against you, it's now things are going in your favor. Now, in this deck, the Ark of the Covenant, we can see that, the Ark of the Covenant kind of is resting here in the tent. And then we have the two men sitting, nearby. So it can, again, have this legal meaning. So there might be a beneficial legal contract coming in, could be a transfer, a title transfer, can also have to do with working with lawyers, professionals from the legal, like a legal professional. But on a more karmic level, this card can speak of, a karmic contract. And then, and following or being sort of adhering to that karmic contract. Oops, sorry, I have my fan on. There we go. So there could be, karma could definitely be at play with this when this card comes in. It might, obviously, karma can involve other people. If we have a karmic sort of debt to settle with another person, or if there's a soul contract, right? This karmic contract with another individual that we entered into before we came into this, or incarnated into this lifetime. There might be something that you're dealing with on Thursday. It could be with another individual. It could have to do with, a very karmic kind of matter. Could just be a legal matter. Could just be dealing, with a legal proceedings. But whatever it is things finally going your way. Things being. And I'm thinking back. I was trying to think back to the weekly reading for this week. And I remember that there was also a very sort of karmic, there was a karmic message coming through with that as well. So there could be, for some of you, this karmic work at play, or something to do with karma, and karmic justice as well. Now, the Akashic Force message that goes along with this card, it says, close your eyes and imagine the Ark of the Covenant opening before you. Within it, you see the contract that contains your highest purpose. What is that purpose? Sense one word and one action you can take today to pursue it. So, it's this, speaking of this purpose, it has to do with, that karmically, before you came into this lifetime, what is your life purpose? What is it that you came into this life to do? Really focus on that. This card is definitely asking us to focus on that message today. And it's a very powerful card to have, it is, as we sort of head out of the week, heading into the weekend. So definitely, pay attention to if there's something that, during the day, you might even be asked to, to sort of make a decision, or there might be some type of commitment that you're dealing with that is going to affect you, not just now, not just this week. It might have, farther reaching kind of effects, or influences. So it could even, it could impact you now in the present, but also, you in the future, and even future lives, if we're dealing with a very karmic card here. So, do do pay attention to that and do be careful with that, I would say today as well. So, this card can kind of go from being something as simple as, hearing back from a court case that everything went your way to something very, way more serious and more karmic in nature. So, interesting card for Thursday. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful Thursday. Bye for now.